think it all happens in Silicon Valley. You thought wrong.
Songkick is the easiest way to find upcoming gigs to go to and then to share memories from those gigs afterwards. Hi, I'm Ian Hogarth and I'm the CEO of Songkick.com. Right to the chase. So Songkick makes money because we help people find concerts. So what we do is every day we aggregate about 80 different ticket vendors around the world. So people like Ticketmaster and C-Tickets, as well as smaller local regional ticket vendors. And once we have that list of all the concerts happening, all the tickets available, if you tell us which bands you like, so you tell us you like Radiohead and you like the Arctic Monkeys, and then as soon as they announce tour dates in your city, we email you and say, hey, Radiohead just announced these tour dates, and then if you end up buying a ticket, the ticket vendor pays us for having found them a customer. It's just really cool because I think that we've been here for a couple of years now. We started down Commercial Street and then we moved up here in this part of London, and most of us live around here. And I think we've always been aware of how many startups are in this area. We've kind of got friends over at Moo, over at Last FM, 7 Digital, etc. But it was sort of, you never really know how many startups there are in the area, and it was really cool just seeing everyone on a map and sort of feeling like part of a real ecosystem. It wasn't one of those sort of business plan kind of business school kind of like where's the play gonna be, guys. It was very much like we go to lots of gigs, we love live music. My co-founders and I go to a gig pretty much every week. And what we noticed was the amount of work we had to do to keep track of what gigs were going on was much greater than, for example, movies or restaurants. So with restaurants you've got Yelp, it's really easy, or it's quite great, it tells you what's happening. With movies you've got Movie Phone or Fandango, sites like that. But with concerts it was just all this effort. We had to go on MySpace, different venue sites, look at these massive bulk emails you get from ticket sites, and kind of mentally aggregate all that together, which is a lot of work for a fan to do,
definitely.
just to find out what was going on. You always feel like you wish you had the benefit of experience, but at the same time, one thing that we've seen as being a big asset actually is kind of coming as outsiders, because we haven't come at this problem as people who've worked in the live music industry for years and with kind of certain assumptions or expectations. We've just said, we're big live music fans, what would be the perfect product for us? And then let's show that to other live music fans, see if they agree, and then kind of take it from there, which gives you a very neutral starting point. And it means we're also always thinking about the fan, not about vested interests of various kind of established players. I think my mentality is just more just generally excited about the potential rather than worrying about the downside.
It's a good answer.
We spend most of our time just super excited. We're working on something that we believe in, that we've seen that hundreds of thousands of other live music fans want and use, and so we can kind of that really keeps you going and keeps the momentum up. Having users is a great way to stay motivated, right? Because if you have hundreds of thousands of people who are really excited about what you're doing and telling you what doesn't work and what does work, it kind of keeps you going, right? No, one thing we have done is, but we've done this prior to the economic downturn, is we have this huge amount of concert information and ticket information. And there are lots of other services out there that would like to integrate that information into their services. So for example, maybe someone has a site where you discover recorded music, and at the same time they want to tell their users about concerts. So we provide that data to them through an API, and what that gets them is some great content that they can present to their users and kind of enrich their offering with, and that sends traffic back to us, which helps to build our footprints. So. But we've always thought, that live music doesn't have a home on the web. So, if you talk about movies or food, there are amazing kind of places that stand for that on the internet. But live music and concerts don't really have that. And we think if we build that, then it will eventually be a really valuable property. And what we hope is that it can be a standalone property, so a business that stands by itself and makes a lot of money rather than one that we have to sell. But, that's a sort of to be seen, really. So I think you'll see us do quite a few partnership deals in the next 6 months, so integrating our concert information into a number of other kind of services. We're not looking to move offices because we've got enough space for us, and then we've got this amazing ecosystem of all these other companies around us who are all doing really innovative things. So we're really happy with where we are. But we do have, I think, 2 desks spare left, so if you're watching this and you're a startup and want them to be in East London, then get in touch. Yeah, so what we do actually is our office is quite a bit bigger than we need, and we did that quite deliberately. So we rented a whole floor warehouse and we sublet the space to other startups. So we share with about 10 other companies, all kind of small up and coming startup businesses, and that obviously helps to kind of keep our costs down, but it also creates this fantastic environment where there's loads and loads of companies all doing really different stuff, all kind of collaborating together. So for example, there's a guy there working on real-time search, there's some guys here working on a kind of new idea around books, some guys here working on some group buying stuff, the guys there made the Jamie Oliver iPhone app that's been really featured recently, some guys working on some stuff kind of building on top of Twitter, an agency, and a kind of a special social ads product over there. So it's a really nice mix of lots of different startups all doing similar but complementary things. So I'll give you a really clear example. So we really felt like we needed someone to help us out with the visual look and feel of the site. Well over a year ago now, because we felt like we needed to evolve the kind of the quality of the brand experience on the site. And we spoke to Saul, our investor, about that. We said, we're looking for this person. What do you think this is the right job spec? Because we prepared this spec, and he kind of had a few suggestions as to how we could change it. And then he went away and helped us by just finding an amazing guy, a guy called Gideon Bullock, who used to be at Skype with him, and said, hey Gideon, you should meet these guys. We met Gideon, we really hit it off, and 2 months later he joined as our creative director. So that's an example of where kind of keeping your investors in the loop pays massive dividends in terms of how much they can help you. Well, for me it's really concerts. So I know the battle I had to fight with my parents to go to a concert, my first ever gig, and it was like such a significant experience. And then my first festival was really kind of like a rite of passage almost, because you've got you're going out with your friends, it's late, there's your favourite band who you're obsessed with, like there's alcohol, there's girls, there's everything, and it was just such a sort of viscerally powerful thing. And I've just been really, really into the experience of seeing bands live ever since. And I'm not, obviously there's like 20 million people in the UK who go to concerts, so it's not like a uncommon thing to like. But I think there's just nothing cooler, really, is there, than going to see a really amazing band play live. Seeing them up close and personal, and getting a sense of what they're like, and just having that rush of being around a whole group of other people who also share your passion for that artist.
Hard ones.
Yeah, it's a really hard one. Well, I remember one I went to about a year ago that really blew me away. I saw this band called White Denim in Dingwalls in Camden, and I've been going to a lot of like indie gigs for a while, and I was just feeling a bit old, really, and they just were so unbelievably rowdy that the whole crowd was just jumping off the speakers and like just smashing into each other, and I was kind of caught up in the middle of it. It just felt like, I remember being like opposite these 16-year-old kids just pogoing like crazy, and then seeing this like guy that was older than me behind us, like just crowd surfing in. I just thought like it's so cool that like everyone in this room is sort of, it's like
can go back to that same place.
Can just kind of recapture that sense of why they got into concerts in the first place. Just an amazing concert, like really, really like powerful.
Think it all happens in Silicon Valley. You thought wrong.